The reason why you're still skinny is not because of your genetics. It's not because of your metabolism. It's your own fault. It's literally because you're doing one of these 3 things that are keeping you from building muscle. And we're going to get into it, right? Number 1, the reason why you are not building muscle is because you are on this stop, start cycle. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is that you're either one of these guys who starts in January, you're all hyped up, for the first 3 months, and then you fall off, right? And then you come back in winter arc because, it's a great lock-in. I'm going to come back for these next 3 months. And then it starts snowing outside, and all of a sudden it's like, I don't gotta, it's cold outside. I don't want to work out, right? Like, that's one of the reasons why you are not reaching your fitness goals, is because it's really a mindset thing, right? Because you let the weather, you let time, not having time, temporary motivation, you let these things cloud your judgment, which causes you to be inconsistent with your goals. A lot of you guys, like the next 2 steps are going to be a little bit more technical, but I want to tackle this mindset component because this is something a lot of people struggle with, right? A lot of people wonder why they don't reach their fitness goals. And a lot of the times that I've been on a lot of consultations, and a lot of the times people will tell me it's all down to mindset, because they don't have the right mindset to be consistent. It's always a stop, start. There's a lack of consistency, right? And it's not necessarily your fault, even though I did say in the beginning it was your fault. It's not necessarily your fault. It's more that you don't have the right fuel. You don't have fuel in the tank to keep you going, right? And a little thing that I like to tell people that I coach and train is that, you need to have the right fuel. You need to have the right ammunition, right? And the best ammunition is you need to find an enemy. You need to find something that keeps you up. You need to find something that makes you angry. Find something that puts a fire in your belly to keep going. And I got this idea from the book, Patrick Bet-David's Choose Your Enemies Wisely, right? So you got to choose an enemy that brings or sparks an emotion out of you, right? So find an enemy that is going to push you to want to get in shape, push you in the gym. Maybe someone roasted you. Like, for example, what happened with me is that there was a dude years ago who told me that I couldn't wear shirts like this unless I actually put on muscle, right? And that drove me, it pissed me off at the time, but it drove me to actually get in shape, put on muscle, right? Because I felt offended. I used it to push me forward, right? And obviously that's not driving me now today. Now I actually enjoy working out, right? So it was a temporary fuel that you use to get you to be committed and disciplined, right? So these enemies, they're not forever. It's just temporary to get you to that place, get to that destination. Once you get to the destination, you don't need the enemy anymore. You develop a discipline and an enjoyment for said thing, right? The next 2 things I'm going to get into is you are not eating enough. You're saying to yourself, what are you talking about, Donne? I eat all the time. Well, you're probably not if you're still skinny, right? Like, that's the key to building muscle, right? Is you need to eat. You need to eat a lot more. You need to eat high protein meals, not just eating anything in sight. Like, we're not dirty bulking on this side. We are clean bulking. You need to eat high protein meals that actually will get you results. So, for example, you need to be eating 1 gram of protein per body weight, right? And if you go into Google, you could type in your weight and height, and it will literally tell you how much you need to eat to gain muscle, right? You take that number and then you curate, or you create your meals based on the numbers that Google spits out at you, right? Super easy. You don't got to overthink it. Literally just type into Google, I am, for example, I'm 5'11", and I weigh this much. How much do I need to eat to gain muscle? Boom, it'll tell you, rough estimate, it'll tell you 3,000 calories, 2,000 something, 2,900 something. And then you curate your meals to fit within those calories, right? And you want to make sure that you're eating at least 1 gram of protein per body weight. If you do that, you will see an increase in the muscle that you will gain, right? It's all about eating. Like, a lot of fitness is most of it is due down to nutrition. So you want to make sure you're taking care of that important piece. The next thing I will get into is making sure you're progressive overload, right? So that involves things like pushing yourself in the gym, making sure that you are actually increasing the weight or volume intensity each time. So making sure you're practicing time under tension, you're doing the movement slow, controlled, and making sure that you are upping the weight each time. So you were lifting 5 pounds last week. Now you up to 10. Now you up to 15. Now you up to 20, 25, 30, so on and so forth. You're making sure that you are making the workout more difficult as you go on. Because what I used to do, and a lot of guys still do, is they will lift the same weights week in, week out, and they'll wonder why they're not growing. It's because you're lifting the same thing. If you're not putting your body through difficult things, it's not going to grow, right? It's like if you watch Black Clover from my anime guys, Captain Yami always says, you know, if you don't push past your limits, your path ends here, right? If you don't push past your limit, your path literally will end there. That is the foundation of progressive overload, is you need to push past your limits so that you can grow, right? And if you do these 3 things that I talked about, I guarantee you in the next 6 months, you will see transformation. It's really not that hard. This stuff is really not that complicated, right? It's just, I think a lot of people overcomplicate fitness more than it needs to be, right? If you do those 3 simple things, you will make a full 180 night and day transformation. And, you know, if you need help, if you need some kind of guidance through this process, because you're not sure how to train, you're not sure how to eat, you're not sure, you know, developing the right mindsets around this kind of thing, hit the link in the description, first link in the description or the pinned comment, book a one-on-one consultation with me. We'll have a little conversation. We'll see if it makes sense to work together, and we'll help you reach your fitness goals. So yeah, book that one-on-one consultation and I'll get back to you soon. Make sure you like this video, make sure you subscribe, and remember, there's nothing enlightening about playing small. I'm gonna catch y'all next video. See ya.